So you got a call from a buddy that runs, it's an antique, consignment store in an old mill. And he came across a bunch of scrap metal. He said, come on down and see what you can use. There's this chuck. Don't know what it is. The only thing I can see on it right now before I clean it up is the name Rudy. So whoever owned it was named Rudy. But amazingly enough, it is the correct thread for the lathe conversion I've been working on. But I will have to just bore out just a bit so it can screw on all the way. It's a little too tight right there, but the chuck works. Just needs to be cleaned up. It's a 3-jaw, and these 2 little machinist jacks. I don't know if they were made for machinists on a mill, but they work. They're different. They're not exactly the same, but I'll use it in this god-awful thing. This tool post custom-made bit. I am hoping someone was using this for maybe wood lathe, but who the hell knows. But hey, paid $2 for that, $5 for that, and $5 for that. So it's basically scrap metal value. That's what he sells this stuff for. When he comes across that, he sells a lot of stuff for market value, but he takes care of me, so I'm hoping I'll machine that out. These 2 little jacks will come in handy in the mill, and this thing, hey, it's another just lantern tool post and a conversation piece. I think the lantern will fit my lathe. But that's it for today. Quick one on the cell phone. Talk to you later. Alright, how we doing today? Well, I have to admit that you've seen the finishing of this chuck. I'll try to post some before pictures. I got some still pictures, but I set up the camera and turned it on. Forgot the lens cap. Yep, I did that. Rookie move. So, I recorded me talking to myself. I should just play that with a still picture, but I'll bring you back now. This is old Craftsman. It is a number 101 21650 chuck. I picked up from a antique consignment store. Basically, the guy, he buys everything, buys clothes out warehouses, and he sells the good stuff. And he scraps most of the metal stuff. And I asked him to put aside anything that looks like lathe tooling. So he called me up. He had a few things, but this is one of the chucks, and I was hoping that, something I could use. Ended up being a perfect size chuck. Had the 1.5 by 8 inch pitch for I'm restoring an old Seneca Falls lathe that I converted to a South Bend headstock, and has the same thread. All I had to do, I shot pictures of it. I should have taped it, but I forgot. I just had to basically turn the shoulder so it just slips past after the threads here. It was just a hair too big, so I basically took a 2 thou off, and it's perfect. So I decided to take it apart and clean it, and it's like brand new inside. The grease was just totally solid chunks. I don't think the chuck was used that much because, there wasn't even spread out. It was all combined right around the gear tooth. It was all where they looked like they globbed it on. So I just took it out. A lot of surface rust. It was definitely been sitting for ages. So rust cleaned up. Everything moves fine. I already wire welded it all. I just use a brass 6-inch wire wheel. Doesn't take off any metal. Just cleans it up. Cleaned all the grease out of it. And one thing I've always learned to do before you put it together is make sure the jaws slide nice and freely. There's nothing grabbing there. This number 1 was grabbing. It grabs in one little spot. Has to be a little burr, but it wasn't even moving before, so I'm happy with that. And all the rest moved nice. So, and it's good. The numbers are stamped on the outside and on the back of the jaw, which is nice. A couple of the jaws chucks I have, they stamp the number on the inside. You can't see until you take it all apart, so I like them stamped on the outside. So I cleaned this up. The inside, no clean at all. It's just bare metal, perfect. I have everything lightly oiled, but what I use, I don't like grease because it does dry up. I've been using this Wins product, Viscontine. It's for any, gears, chains. It doesn't sling off, doesn't dry out. It's a great lubricant. This is my last bottle. I don't even know. I bought a case of this stuff when I had my garage. And I know there's deals around, but you can't buy it in stores. So this is my last spray can of it. So I'm hoping it's a very light oil, but you can't wipe it off. I mean, I should be wearing gloves. I usually always do, but when I set up the camera, I took the gloves off and then I turn it on without putting the gloves back on. So it's an awesome lubricant. Like I say, it never washes off. You can clean out this chuck with, cleaner, and it probably will stay pretty much lubed up. And so this is one of the simplest chucks ever. Hardly any moving parts at all. I figured I'd throw the camera on and do a quick video on it. So it's going to be a real quick video because you're only getting half of it. But like I say, I'll post some rusty pictures of it if I remember to do it when I'm editing. I'm new to these videos, so I'm learning how to add title pages and still shots, stuff like that. So I'm new to this stuff, but I'm not new to taking stuff apart and fixing it. I've been taking stuff apart for as long as I can remember. My parents hated me. I'd take apart anything in the house. So number one, and this is a 1/4-inch drive chuck. I just can't find my T-handle. I know I have one somewhere, but this will work once it starts here. Let's look at it. Oh, there it is. That one started. Number 2. That started. And number 3. And this thing is nice and smooth. You could barely move it before, but I knew it was just going to be dried up grease. Ah, it looks like I didn't get your jaws lined up. Rookie mistake. I'm not a rookie, but I screwed up that timing. But hey, live and learn. That's why we do this stuff on film. You can watch us screw up. Okay, let's do this over. That would be better. Sports moment. Perfect. I say this fits this perfectly. So it's funny how it works out. I picked up the spindle, I think just last weekend. I found it in another antique consignment store. It was an old self-bend headstock with just the spindle in it, and did have the back gears in it. But I was looking for the spindle, so I paid $35 for the headstock with the spindle. Got that. I made everything to fit the lathe, and then I picked up this chuck, and it just fits it perfectly. I didn't even have a chuck for this lathe. I ordered a 4-inch and a 6-inch, so I think this might be a 5-inch. Where's my tape measure here? Yeah, I don't have a tape measure around, but we got a caliper. Yeah, this is a 6-inch. Yeah, 4.5. Let's see. Let's get a tape measure. Oh, 5-inch. So that's perfect. I got a 4. This is a 5, and I ordered a 6. I ordered a 4 and 6, and this is a 5. So I'm gonna have 3 perfect chucks for this lathe. Now I have to put it together. So that's a quick video of today. You have a good day today.